Hakim Ziyech and Kovacic caused a huge World Cup upset, and Silva and Mason Mount are now packing their bags and leaving Qatar because they have been eliminated from the World Cup 2022 in the quarterfinals. Welcome to Casually FC, people. Welcome to the Casually Chelsea Show World Cup edition. I am accompanied by Real Chris and myself, Marshalldbdx, and we're going to go ahead and just start talking about the games that have happened in the past 2 days. We're in the quarterfinals, guys. If you are living under a rock, probably one of the best World Cups I've watched. I keep saying it. I'm gonna just say it. It is the best World Cup I've ever seen. We'll see how this final goes. But first quarterfinal match that we have to talk about is the biggest upset, arguably the biggest upset of the tournament. Croatia versus Brazil goes into extra time, 0-0. Neymar with a fantastic passage of play gets Brazil ahead, and shortly after, who was it? Pekovic? Yeah, Petkovic. I think that's his name. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so bad with names. Petkovic with a shot into the box in the middle, deflects off Marquinhos, goes into the back of Alisson's net, and then we're off to penalties. And a crucial penalty miss from Rodrigo that is saved by this fantastic keeper who we as Chelsea fans should be linked to. Please bring the minerals. All right.
Wait, who should we bring?
Levakovic, the keeper for Croatia. I'm saying we should be linked to him.
Or the Morocco one. I rate that Morocco keeper as well.
Banu,
yeah, one
maybe.
or two.
Maybe, but this guy, now there's 2 penalty shootouts, right? He did it against Japan, and he's doing it now. He did it again now against Brazil. Saves Rodrigo's penalty, and it goes down to Marquinhos, and Marquinhos hits the post. And just like that, the giants that are Brazil come crashing down. Humbling World Cup for them. No one expected it. Even I didn't expect it. But
no,
yeah,
Croatia
what a
my
game.
favorites.
You said Croatia are your favorites? No, you wanted.
No,
continue.
I said Croatia got to win the World Cup, man. They
No,
won. They won.
No, you didn't.
I don't think anyone. There's so many shocks in this World Cup. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
This has been a crazy World Cup. Who would have thought that the quarterfinals would have consisted of Croatia, Argentina, France, and Morocco? Yeah.
Two like small nations, getting to the semi-finals, and one of them could definitely be in the final for sure. Like one of them's got Argentina, one of them's got France. So I would love a country to win it. What's not won the World Cup? That'd be nice. I'm rooting for that.
And what country would that be?
For me, I'd want Croatia. Kovacic, man.
True. And you know what? You know, that's another thing too. Kovacic just really stepped up. Even in that game, he looked fantastic in that game. He was doing bits in that midfield. And yeah, the fact that basically you gotta give kudos to this Croatian goalkeeper. He kept him in the match. There was multiple opportunities that Brazil has had in that game, blocked by the goalkeeper. It's just
defense,
what he's doing is phenomenal.
Lovren was pretty good.
Lovren was good. Lovren and oh my god, no, don't do
the youngster centre back,
the 20-year-old no,
Josko,
why am I forgetting
his name is? Josko something.
Vardio,
yeah.
Vardio and Lovren, who we were bantering Lovren for being in this team. To be fair, a lot of the fan base was bantering this team for being too old. And look, it's like someone said it perfectly, and I'm reiterating it here. This Croatian team reminds me of the 2011 Chelsea run for the Champions League. This is their last go at the World Cup. This is the best generation they've had in years. And they're going for it, full throttle, going for it. And think about it, they were losing in extra time, and then last minute, Petkovic with the goal.
That's a bench day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, I think it was as well. I think he came on and scored. But
This
I
this
think
team
the
has been
oldest player
phenomenal.
is Modric as well. Modric has been their best player, I think, as well. Modric is
I would
37.
argue that their best player has been the one that plays for Spurs.
What, Perisic?
Perisic been so impactful in every single one of these games. Modric too, obviously. They're both really good, but Perisic has been looking so dangerous. I think he's even their top goal scorer right now. I think.
Probably, but Modric is not as likely to
Yeah.
be a top scorer since
But
he's
to
their
be
centre-mid.
fair, like this whole team has been playing really well. The whole team has been playing really well. Perisic, Kovacic is improving. He's getting stuck in a bunch of plays for the ball, winning the ball back. Even finding himself in tight spaces, getting rid of the ball over to Perisic or Modric. Like it's just been phenomenal. And Vardio and Lovren just holding it down in the back. It's crazy. And you could say for the goal that was conceded, I don't know, was it a moment of brilliance for Neymar? Did you think that the Croatian defender could have done better? Because I think the defender that got caught in that play was the sub that came on. Here, I'll look it up.
I think it was like a brilliance of Neymar. Like it was a very good. Like he got past the keeper and then put in the net. Like you think it's gonna be over by then as well. Like you think Neymar saved Brazil going through, but no. Yeah, I think it's brilliant from Neymar. Even though Neymar could have done better the whole game, he was kind of not like there really, but he did have his moment of brilliance and he did deliver. But obviously ain't enough. When they go to shootout to Croatia, who they beat in the last shootout? Who was it?
Japan.
Japan. Yeah, well, Japan's shots are weak. Yeah.
You can't say that now about Brazil, really. You gotta give credit. You gotta give, like, people want to say like, oh, Japan's shot were weak, but you also gotta give credit to the keeper. The keeper has to dive the right way.
Yeah, but that's like I will say like, why didn't like Anthony or Neymar take a penalty in that one as well? Like, I understand maybe Neymar wanted to take fifth, but why? Where was Anthony? Sixth, seventh? Like
I don't
Anthony
know. Like,
should
how
be.
confident are you in Anthony's penalty?
Well, they had
Shots?
Marquinhos to take one. Like he's a centre back. Like.
Meyer. That was the defender that was defending Neymar and got done in.
Like he's an attacker who should know how to shoot, right?
Yeah,
like
I would assume
he's
so,
not got
yes.
he's not got a bad shot on him either.
Do you think you think it was a wise strategy, considering, like, you think maybe that you think maybe Neymar wanted to be last for the glory? I don't know. I'm asking you.
Basically I think it is to do with pressure. Like, say for example, it had to be to him. Like the
Think he can handle the pressure? Is pretty much what
Neymar. Yeah, Neymar can handle the pressure.
Yeah, probably. I agree.
I think Neymar would have scored a penalty if he actually took one, but he obviously didn't. He waited to see. I think maybe Neymar should take the first because that's where it settles the team. Like if they miss the first, then the team's under pressure instantly.
Yeah.
If they score the first, yes, it's still pressure, but you got like that in you, like, oh, we scored the first, like, come on, we can keep going. So I think Neymar should have took the first. It's like just as much as important as fifth to me. So I think they got the penalty strategy wrong. A bit like it feels like a bit like England's in the Euros of the 2020 penalties where they let 3 youngsters take the last 3 was quite bad.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, Rodrigo's young, right? He's a good player, but it's the pressure that gets to you in these situations, in the World Cup especially. Like, we've seen it happen to a lot of players. We've seen how players have crumbled. Like, you could tell when the player's walking up to the ball for a penalty shootout, you can tell when they're going to make a penalty or not. Like, it's like you see it in their face, the nerves get to you and all that. Like, we'll talk about this, but when I saw Kane for that second penalty, I was looking at his face and I was like, I don't think Kane realizes he's in Qatar right now. I think he still thinks he's in England. He's like, what's going on? Like, Kane. For that second penalty, I think Kane was like trying to realize where he was. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in the World Cup. Oh yeah,
he had the Spursy moment.
I think he did. I think he had a lapse of memory.
I honestly, when that penalty is going to take, I thought the keeper was going to save it. I didn't think Kane would actually miss the target completely because he is a good penalty taker. I know it's like taking the second one it's kind of thinking, where should I go this time? Because the keeper's already seen me go left. Do I go left again? Do I go straight? Or do I go right? Where's the keeper going? I think he's thinking too much, maybe. Like, you can tell he skied it, so he wasn't. His mind wasn't clear. Yeah.
Yeah, but with the Croatian game, I mean, are you happy for Croatia? Did you want Croatia to advance, or were you Brazil? Like, I don't know.
See,
how do you feel about the outcome of the game? Pretty much.
I'm sort of, well, like, Croatia, they know how to stick deep. The midfield did really well.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest football either, by the way. It's
no,
not,
I honestly don't care about the prettiest football sometimes. Yeah, it's nice to look at, but like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, you're a smaller team in Brazil. Brazil, they got humbled as well in that game. They think it's probably gonna be easy, like in the game before, where they kept like getting the man to do the pigeon dance or whatever. But like the midfield control, I thought the midfield did actually control parts of the game, like Kovacic, Modric, and I would happily have those three midfielders at Chelsea. The DM Brozovic, whatever his name is,
Brozovic.
Brozovic, yeah. I think he's a pretty good DM. I think he looks pretty good actually.
Oh, he did well. And you know what's crazy is that the manager took them off. Took off Brozovic, took off Argentina, or not Argentina. I'm sorry, Kovacic. He took out some of their best players. I think took the risk, except Modric, obviously.
I think he didn't take off like Kovacic like in 90 minutes. He took him off an extra time.
Oh, he took an extra time. Yeah.
I think it's 106. I think he took him off. And I think it's like energy.
It's risky, like you want the experience towards those end of the games, but also
he probably knows like Kovacic is like going through injuries as well. Like he probably can only last like so long. He obviously had a good game. I think he had a good game for sure. Like Kovacic, Modric, and Brozovic. Them three were brilliant, I thought, and they stuck it out and they helped defense a lot, obviously. And then the counter-attacking, the defense and midfield to attack moved real quick, as well. For an old team, they moved it really quick. I think they did that pretty well. Like there's a few chances they had because of their counter-attacks. They played really well. They wasn't just have like one shot. They had like a few shots in that game, and they could have even won it with a few chances they had. Like both teams had the same amount of really like good chances they had, like half chances or whatever. Like none of them was like really like, oh, Brazil was so much better than them. They wasn't. Like Croatia actually did deserve it, and I'm happy for Kovacic, but this is Thiago Silva's last ever World Cup, and he's never gonna win a World Cup.
I'm not gonna lie. That's the one thing that I would say made it a little bittersweet is the fact that I won't get to see one of Brazil's greatest defenders win a World Cup, and he's a Chelsea player. Like I did feel bad for him. It sucks because he was having like even today we were talking on the Discord. We're talking about
Thiago Silva in general.
But remember we were talking about greatest Chelsea performers in the World Cup. No, you were defending Thiago Silva.
I wasn't
about the best performances for Chelsea players in the World Cup, and Thiago Silva's got to be up there because it just sucks that he got eliminated. But prior to that goal, like he has been such a rock in that wall. Like he's been phenomenal, and it just sucks that he won't be able to garner the merits of his work at the end, and it stinks for that. But look, is this Neymar's last chance for a World Cup?
No,
I don't think so. It depends on if he's going to actually retire from international football or not. But listen, I think this team. I think he's got one more in him, but it depends on him. But I think this Brazil team in the future does have the ability to really, really get far. I think they will come back, and I think they will potentially win a World Cup very soon. They came very close this tournament, but I don't know. I just think maybe they got a little too cocky. I don't know. Maybe the mentality wasn't there. Maybe they weren't hungry enough for it. I really can't explain how it was that Brazil got eliminated of all the teams.
I think that attack did let Brazil down that day. Like you look who they have. They got Vinicius, they got Neymar. Richardson's actually had a decent World Cup. Whatever you think of him, like Tottenham, Rafinha. I think I'd rather what's his name, Anthony, a right wing.
I agree with you. Do you think that maybe towards the extra time Brazil was too attacking? And maybe that's what cost them?
Uh maybe they didn't. Yeah. Maybe they didn't like play with concern. Oh, like we need to maybe sit back and play on a counter. Like
Mhm.
change a bit of tactics. Maybe that's down to the manager, not Townham, because it's up to the manager what they do. Like the manager's the one who's controlling it. Like saying, all right, you guys.
True.
Well, most of you just sit back and basically play for a counter. Like let Neymar or Richarlison, one or two, or even Vinicius. Vinicius is really quick. You can leave him up attack, and most of you like drop back and help defense, help the midfield as well. But yeah, maybe it's like that. Yeah, not gonna lie, I stand.
What do you think about this? Yeah.
Not
I'll
taken
say my
from me.
piece on it.
Oh, yes, I
I
agree. Oh, go on.
I agree. I think that Firmino probably should have been there over Richarlison, and that might be an agenda against Richarlison. I'm not going to lie to you, but to be fair, I just think Firmino this season, his finishing has been a lot better than Richarlison's. But again, this could just be my bias, but I just really think that even the experience that Firmino has over Richarlison, I think Richarlison is still a little raw. I think he still has a lot to learn when it comes to finishing and getting in the right positions, which, to be fair, he did get in the right positions for Brazil a lot in this tournament. But even when Neymar wasn't there, having Richarlison as a number 10 probably would have been helpful. They had to use Fred as a number 10 in one game.
I really rate Firmino. Like when Firmino,
He's having a good season. Let me
no, it's not even just this good season.
I think he's having a good season.
I think he's having a brilliant season since he hasn't been playing every game. And when he's had to step in for Liverpool, he stepped in and stepped up.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I agree. Like I think he should be just in the squad. Like not taking him in the squad is a slap to the face to Firmino and even his squad. Like you need a Firmino. He's good at creating. He can finish. His link up is incredible. Like he's a very good player to have in the squad. I rate him really highly. Like even when years ago when people didn't rate Firmino because he doesn't score enough goals, his link up and his creation and everything, like he's a brilliant player to have. Like just to have in your team, starting squad, it don't matter. I would have had Firmino for sure, but that's Brazil.
I can't disagree.
I think as well Brazil got too ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
Like when who did they smash before? Fuck. They went falling up in 36 minutes. Who did they go falling up against too? Wait. South Korea. South Korea.
Sorry, yeah.
South Korea. They got way
Portugal,
too ahead.
sorry.
I think they thought, oh, we'll go make it through to semi-finals easily. Croatia struggled to. Who did Croatia? I'm trying to think who Croatia played before now.
There's so many games. I agree.
They played Japan. They went to penalty to Japan, so they played extra time and everything. So they probably think, oh, Croatia's probably tired and all this. They probably got ahead of themselves, I reckon, as well. Like, because this Brazil team is to me, either the best team or second best, or definitely top two for me, team wise. And they played good. I thought they played pretty good as a team. So I don't know what happened.
They did. Vinicius has been so impressive this World Cup to the point where I was thinking holy shit, dude, this Vinicius looks just as dangerous as Mbappe's been looking on the wing for me. But at the end of the day, it's the teams that get the result. It's the tactics. And you know what? Look, I'm not really surprised that Croatia was able to get a result against Brazil. I knew that there would be a team. I had a feeling. I didn't know, but I had a feeling that there would be a team that could get at Brazil. Because here's the thing, I feel like a lot of us fans, we go into these World Cup tournaments not having seen these clubs play regularly internationally. So I would have never fucking expected Morocco to make it this far. I would have never said Japan to make it this far because I don't watch Japan. But from the little that I saw of Spain and what I've seen a lot of Brazil in the qualifiers, I knew that Brazil could be had at, and I had a feeling that Spain could make it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Spain did lose, and I got that one right. I fucking bottled that prediction, but I didn't get the Brazil part wrong. Brazil got eliminated before they can get to the semis or the finals. So yeah, I knew Brazil could get had at because I saw even Peru. Peru had a chance against them in the qualifiers, and then Brazil got lucky with a few stupid penalty calls. They didn't check VAR. There's always some drama, but I always knew Brazil, like, they could get had at, but there wasn't just a team that could do it. And Croatia, they did come runner up last World Cup. They have the quality, they have the experience, and I mean, even now they have the goalkeeper that can cover all those shots. Guardiola's having the fucking Guardiola and what's
Dominic,
the
I
other
think. No, not Dominic. Like,
Dejan Lovren. I'm sorry.
oh, you know, the centre back, the keeper.
Yeah, they've been doing so well to defend back there. So look, I mean, I'm not really that surprised that Brazil got eliminated. I knew they could get eliminated, but
I think as well with Croatia, they all drop back as a team. They all like push up as a attack pretty much.
Yeah,
it feels like a bit like when Leicester won the Premier League a little bit. Like they all drop back, they all push forward as a team and just work as a team, and that's what they can do because they know they haven't got the best players like as a whole like in the tournament. But if they play well as a team, they can like none of these teams in the World Cup are perfect. Like there's no
exactly.
Like Val said, and I think we did talk about their fullbacks. Like they got Dinio, whatever his name is, the right back, and Alexandro, who got injured now. Militao had to fill in, so their fullbacks was the issue as well. They didn't have really the fullbacks, but no team.
Even
is actually
so,
perfect.
they should have the quality, you know. But I think it's also on the manager too. Manager didn't set them up properly. The manager didn't bring in the right players that he needed. Like, you know, there was players missing there. I think it's kind of criminal that you have to bring in Fred to play as a number 10 for you in a game, which, okay, he had a decent game playing as a 10, but you much rather have a Firmino, like Velvia said here. So it is what it is. I'm happy that Croatia's doing it 2011 Chelsea style. Hopefully we'll see what kind of results they get. Their next game is against Argentina. And on Argentina,
I agree, Val. If Nico Williams was actually a right back for Brazil, they would do a lot better because their right backs are awful. Like they literally have Dani Alves who's 40 years old or whatever, and they have that shitty Tottenham right back who's actually like doesn't even know how to play football. I don't even know how he's Brazilian.
Oh, Emerson Royale.
Not Emerson. No, shit. No, they don't have him. They have the Juventus one. Never mind. My mistake. They have the Daniel.
Alexandro.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking of the Tottenham. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because he's Brazilian as well. Yeah, he's.
All right, on to. I do want to talk about Argentina as well. Did you get to watch this game? You watched all of them, right, Chris?
Did I watch? Let me think.
Netherlands, Argentina.
Oh, I kind of watched. I couldn't watch it fully.
Okay,
yeah.
I did watch this. I'm not gonna lie. Messi's playing like it's his final World Cup or something. I'm just saying. It's like it's his final World Cup, and he's playing the best World Cup I've seen him play in a while. Or maybe I'm just mature now, and I can appreciate what Messi does for the team. But I'm not gonna lie, Argentina, they're filled with pricks. They're filled with pricks.
Why?
They were assholes. Well, in this game, like.
I saw what happened.
Okay,
why though?
So the sequence of events, right? Let me just go down this thing.
Netherlands are asking for it.
Messi got a brace, right? Messi got the brace.
Mm-hmm.
So Argentina were leading the game. Messi didn't get the brace. I'm sorry. Messi set up Molina for a goal, and then and it was a beautiful goal.
He scored a
setup, and then he scored the penalty. Cold penalty, by the way, right? So they're in the lead. They're doing good, and then Van Gaal, and kudos to Van Gaal for thinking this. He I don't know if anyone's picked up on this, but they kept Gakpo, they brought in De Jong, and they brought in Weghorst. They brought in physically bigger and stronger players in the front to bully the defenders for Argentina. And that's how Weghorst got his first goal. He just basically bullied his way, won the header easily because Argentina doesn't have the height. Won the header, and as soon as he scores the goal, I'm like, dude, imagine if fucking Weghorst scores a brace. And last play of the game of the full 90 minutes, we're in stoppage time now, right? And they sent VVD up top. Yeah, exactly, Velvy, exactly. And fucking Van Dijk was playing forward pretty much for points of the game. It was actually crazy to see it. So, last play of the game. Everyone's like, oh, he's going to kick it. They're going to kick it, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, it's just a little pass, and Weghorst is right there, little touch, gets it, puts it behind Martinez, and we're into extra time. It was absolutely nuts, and I couldn't believe that Argentina were bottling this. The nerves got to them. Even Lautaro had an opportunity that Messi put on a fucking plate for him, and he skied it. He fucking skied it, this guy. But Argentina held their own. They got a little physical. I'm not going to lie. The refereeing in that match was absolutely horrendous. Horrible refereeing. One of the worst refereed matches I think I can name at the top of my head. Like, it was like no, too many cards for one team, defending Messi on the other, a card for this, a card for that, a card for breathing too heavily. Like, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. Like, if I had to look at this game, how many yellow cards were there? Let me actually look at this shit.
There
were 6 and 8. What's 8 plus 6? It's 14. 14 yellow cards plus a red card.
8 plus 6. Oh, 8 plus 6. Okay, yeah. I think you meant 8
14.
7.
14 yellow cards and 15 with the red. Yes. So yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts how bad the refereeing was, and the fact that Paredes, was it? I think Paredes, right? He's the motherfucker that went to tackle Ake, right? Missed the ball completely, and then all of a sudden, right here, yeah, Velvy, yeah, that's exactly what I'm at. This guy goes to tackle Ake, and then gets up, lashes the ball into the Netherlands, the Dutch bench, and has a whole bench clearing. Like, you have the whole sub bench and everything going after Paredes. They're about to kill this guy. They're about to fucking public execution this guy. It was ridiculous, and he should have been sent off for that, but nothing. He just got like a yellow card for that. It was absolutely terrible. And then they go to penalties, and listen, I forgot the sequence of events in which it happened, but it wasn't very good.
Been too cocky. They saying, like, apparently they were saying we definitely won this on penalty shootout if we go to a shootout, and that's why Martinez. Yeah, this is why. Yeah, apparently they heard it. This is why they told him to shush basically when they won the shootout, because apparently they said we won this if it's a penalty shootout. If it goes to penalties, they was too confident. That's why Argentina was like that at the end. Yeah, and I think Martinez
when I saw Enzo Fernandez go for the penalty, you could tell how nervous this motherfucker was. You can tell how nervous he was. It was absolutely crazy. Wait, Paredes didn't get a card for that? I thought he did. I'm gonna look it up in a minute, but I thought Paredes got a card for that. That was absolutely crazy. Who got a red card? There. What's his face? No. Dumfries got sent off. I think he got sent off in the penalties, pretty much.
Oh, in the penalty shootout.
Yeah, in the penalty shootout, there was Dumfries got a second yellow, and then Noah Lang got another yellow. It was absolutely bonkers. Paredes did get booked. Okay,
I missed that. I was watching the shootout.
But yeah, Virgil fucking flattened him. It was ridiculous to see. But it's just like Argentinians, like they get. I guess there's, the Dutch had to do with it, but the Argentinians, man, they have big mouths, man. They talk a lot.
But so was the Dutch. I heard the Dutch was speaking to him, like saying, "But if that pound, I'm gonna
look for this bench."
Martinez was like saying as well, like they was like chatting shit basically, and they got basically hold it out basically. So I don't think Argentina will do all that without like getting something done to them as well. I think there's back and forward. I think there's chance shit to each other as well. I think that's what it was. Both clubs. Well, both countries.
No, the tensions were high because obviously you get it. We're in extra time. It gets fucking intense and all that. But like, still, like the referee not giving a card for, or not sending the guy off for that matter, is absolutely absurd to me. I really think it's. I don't know. I think
most people moan about like every decision. Like you see today. Look at England today.
But this was really bad, Chris. Like the whole game, like the amount of times that Messi dove and got a card. Like I get it's part of the game, but like also to a certain extent, it almost seemed like he was defending Messi, like he was like protecting Messi. Like, mind you, the tackle, it could have been a yellow. I don't think it was a straight red, and I don't think he made enough contact for it to be a straight red. And I have it right here, so let me just.
Same here, Val. I want Croatia to win it.
I want Morocco to win it, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Here, let me show you guys. Let me share my screen. Like, you look at this moment, and it's just like, it's absolutely crazy how he got away with not getting sent off with this shit. All right, I don't know why my screen is doing that. That was weird.
Out,
yeah, that was weird. Okay, anyways, so this is the play right here, Chris.
Ooh.
Turn that shit off. All right.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
And this.
Yeah. He kicked it.
Everyone,
It,
and then
fucking got bodied, man.
Virgil just goes in on him. Oh wait, did he just get stomped out there? Hold on.
Boom.
Trying to see. Wait. I think there's like a Dutch player that just steps on him or some shit. But it was absurd. Like, it's ridiculous. It's unacceptable behavior, and the fact that right, like, I think I saw a Dutch player step on him right there.
Probably did try kicking him, man.
Yeah, it's just like disrespect. Everyone is like, and like, it's a World Cup game. It's the finals of a game, and
I think I love this.
And it's the extra time too, right? And that bench is gonna get rowdy. That bench is gonna get rowdy because they're just shouting and they're like ref and all that. Like, you do that, and it's, come on, man. How do you not get sent off for this? Like, the referee was absolutely horrible this game. I'm not trying to take away the fact that Argentina deserved to win that. I think they did have the better chances up until the Van Gaal decided to bring the really tall physical players into there. But Depay got a card for that step, so that was Depay. Yo, that Depay bringing the inner gangster out of him, bro. Argentina are cowards who are trying to complain at the ref the last minute goal. Yeah, no, Argentina for sure. I'm not. Look, there's a rivalry for me, obviously, because I'm South American, but it's just like Argentina for me are not. I don't think they deserve the World Cup. I hate this like whole Messi, but I'll give credit to Messi. Messi has been playing phenomenal. I got to give credit to Messi. Messi has been playing absolutely phenomenal this World Cup.
They definitely got weaknesses in that team, though. Defense.
They do, though. They do. And I'm also not gonna sit here and say like, oh, it was all Messi. Like, I think Enzo had a good World Cup. He's been having a good World Cup. McAllister's having a good World Cup. And as much as I don't rate Lautaro, he has been dangerous. He hasn't been scoring. He needs to start scoring. But his penalty, it was cold. It was cold. He took that penalty very confidently and takes Argentina to the next round. But this was a very dramatic game. I couldn't believe it went into extra time the way it did. And Weghorst to come in, score a brace for his club, almost saving the Netherlands on his back, putting it on his back. It's crazy. Can we all agree that we all hate Emi Martinez? Look, he's a good goalkeeper, and if part of the strategy is talking shit to get into the heads of your penalty taker, then kudos to you. And we saw how he did that in Copa America with what's his face? Who's the stupid idiot that was dick riding Raheem Sterling against Everton? Yerry Mina. You saw how he did that against Yerry Mina in the World Cup. He was talking so much shit to Yerry Mina, got in his head, and Mina missed his fucking penalty. So look, it's part of the game. It's annoying. It shouldn't be allowed, sort of, but who cares? I mean, it's rivalry. It's a mental game as much as it is a physical game, right? But yeah, Van Gaal stopped the long balls in extra time after they equalized. He should have kept with it, and Argentina got back into the game. True. But this is what I was saying, Chris. You were here when we were doing our predictions, right, for this week. I was saying I wasn't confident that Netherlands were going to win it because at the end of the day, too, like Netherlands, it took them until the very last minutes of the game to get into the game. Like
when I saw it go 2-0 up, I thought that I don't rate the Netherlands squad that much, but it did show fight. They get back in, so that did prove me wrong. Like they showed fight to it. I thought Argentina was gonna walk home like 3-0. I thought it was gonna be 3-4-0 after 2-0, but they gave Louis Van Gaal as well. He's a good manager, so he knows like tactically he's like one of the best in international managers. I think he's one of the best for it. So yeah, like I guess I shouldn't have crossed him off. Like it's just a shootout though. Like Virgil van Dijk, he literally missed the first penalty, then the other guy missed it. Then I thought, it's gone to shit. They've really bottled. I thought they really bottled it. Like at the penalties, man, missing the first two is just it's really hard, especially if you're a Netherlands fan. That's really hard to watch. So yeah, like one of those things. It's just a harsh reality of football, man. Like you can win it all or you can lose it all and basically cry home.
No, of course. And, you know, I didn't rate this Netherlands team coming into it. I think, you know, they played well against the United States, but I think if it was the United States that had more experience, we probably would have gone toe to toe with them, you know? Gerard O'Connor. I think other than,
I
don't know. How do you feel about this question, Chris?
What, in the
Do you
finals?
think they all deserve to be in the finals?
Semi-finals. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Like even Argentina. I'll give it to Argentina
Croatia
because
deserve
they've
it.
been playing well.
Like, Brazil weren't exactly a better team than Croatia, so Croatia
Yeah.
fully deserved it. Argentina, they
Chris,
went
let's
to
have it right. 2011 Chelsea, okay? Stop saying Croatia.
Okay.
It's true. You don't feel like it reminds you of 2011 Chelsea?
What does? Oh,
Croatian team.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Like,
You see the similarities? You see the parallels?
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sorry. I
well,
didn't mean to
no,
interrupt you.
no. I guess, like, yeah, I guess, like they sit defensively. They sit defensive. I'm trying to think in my head now, like, because I'm trying to remember 2012, man. Like
These players are probably their last World
they
Cup.
play defensively. They have a great keeper like Petr saving penalties as well. He saved penalties up at, like, you know, in the final and everything. Messi didn't score.
You know what's gonna happen, Chris? You know what's gonna happen? Croatia's gonna get to the finals against Morocco, right? Even though I don't think
I
that's
would love that
possible.
Final.
That would actually be
yes.
crazy. Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, that would actually be crazy. But it's gonna be Morocco, Croatia, and it's gonna be Dejan Lovren. He's the last penalty taker. If he scores this, he wins it, and then he slips. He slips, John Terry style. And then Morocco win the World Cup.
That'd be a huge, like.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. And that'd be two.
That video will live on forever, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
It'd be probably just as big and John Terry's for sure. Big and John Terry's.
Yeah. No, and you know what, Velvy, you're right. I think a lot of people were clowning on Lovren, but he's been playing well, man.
Why ain't he at Liverpool?
Playing well. I mean, I don't
Explain
know.
that. Explain that.
You tell me that one. You tell me that one, Velvy. But yeah, I think this was a really good game. I was really.
I didn't watch that one from there.
I think part of it was the Argentina got nervous. It is a young Argentinian team, but I'm also not going to sit here and say that it's all been Messi. Like, Messi did create the opportunities for both those goals, and he very fairly deserves a man of the match for that match. But I think Enzo and McAllister also had really good games that game, and you got to give credit to Martinez too, good goalkeeper. Because we have Konate, Chris, who is elite. There you go. That's your answer. But it is what it is. I think this is going to be Argentina and Croatia is going to be a very interesting matchup. Chris, who do you think is going to come out of that one? How are you feeling? What are your giblets telling you? Croatia, Argentina.
Croatia. I really think they can stick it out, and then again as well, Argentina. Yeah, they got Messi and all that. Of course, they have to watch out for Messi, but they literally kept out the Brazilian team. Like, they got Neymar, they got Vinicius, they got even Richarlison, who's done pretty well, and they got Rafinha as well, I guess. And then Anthony, who comes on. So they had a good solid attack. So they kept that out for a long time. So I think they can stick it out again. They're a really hard team to beat. They're very hard to beat, actually. So Croatia for me, and that's what I'm just wanting them to go through. I think they will.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say that I think Croatia can win it, but don't be surprised if Argentina and Messi find a way. They definitely could. I already said this about the Netherlands. Look, we saw how the Netherlands played in the group stages. It was terrible. They had a good game against the U.S. I blame the U.S. more than I give credit to Netherlands for that. But I said it there too. Messi can have a fucking masterclass, and he can fucking get Argentina through. But I think Croatia, with that midfield of Brozovic, Modric, and Kovacic, I don't think Argentina is going to be able to pull off anything, even with a Messi. I think Modric is going to really outperform everything. And Gvardiol and Lovren have been looking phenomenal, and the goalkeeper as well. I think if Croatia can put some goals away early in the game, I think they got it. But I think they will do that.
They can break on the counter.
Argentina?
Well.
Yeah, Argentina. Yeah. I think so too. I don't rate their defense either.
And they're a
I
very
know
physical
Romero's
team.
been good, but that's about it. Yeah, I do think it's going to be Croatia, but Croatia's got to win it early because I think this is almost similar to how they fucking got to the finals of the last World Cup, where the quarters and the semifinals they went into extra time. They played so much more football than France did going into that game. You know, France felt a little bit more fresh. I think they need to, and if they want to win the World Cup, I think they need to seal this game away ASAP. They can't
go to extra time again.
go into extra time again. They can't. There's no way. And same thing goes for Morocco, which let's go over and transition over and talk about Morocco, man. You saw this game, right?
I want to say, I think Morocco are the team of the tournament for me. Like the way they play, they haven't really got exactly like big players in that team really. They got like Ziyech. I think Ziyech is their biggest name, and I think as a whole team and even the manager, I think they're definitely team of the tournament. But you might agree with that. I think you do. The way you're nodding your head.
No, I do.
I
Look,
really enjoyed watching them.
I have been enjoying the football I'm seeing from Morocco. Like, I know today they sat back, right? And that was a strategy, sit back and attack on the counter. But the way they build their counterattacks has been like phenomenal. It's so fluid. It's almost like I'm seeing prime Chelsea again, man. Like a prime counterattacking Chelsea under Jose. I'm like, I mean, you have to let me think about it, but I can't name one off the top of my head right now. The pairing on the right hand side of Hakimi and Ziyech, it's like it's phenomenal. I love seeing it. It's beautiful, beautiful football that they play. And even today, there were multiple times where Ziyech was marked by 3 men at a time, even Hakimi, and he still somehow got out of that press with a pass. And if they had better finishing, oh my God, dude, this team would be deadly, absolutely deadly. And I got to give it to the other players too, like Boufal, guys. When you saw Boufal play the last time in the Prem, didn't you think this guy was washed? He flopped at Southampton pretty much. Like this man, everyone was touting that this man
fucking minerals, bro.
Right? Because, you know, he had talent in him. He flops at Southampton, and now he's here playing in this World Cup like fucking prime Ronaldinho, bro. He's fucking doing all these flicks and tricks and getting himself out of like, I'm being hyperbolic, obviously, right, guys? But like, fucking Boufal, where did you come from, bro? And then Amrabat, this man, Amrabat, dog. The man is feeling the lactic acid in his fucking legs and his thighs, bro, and he's still going in 110% in the 90 minutes. It's absolutely crazy, this team, what they're doing. Banu, don't get me started on Banu. Like, I've always knew Banu was a good keeper, but I never rated him that highly because he plays for Sevilla, right? Or is it Sevilla? He does play for Sevilla, right?
Who
Banu?
plays for Sevilla?
Banu, the keeper. I believe he's still at Sevilla.
He was a really good keeper in the Spanish league. So
oh my God, he was
still
born
does
in
it.
Canada. He could have been Canadian. Oh wow, that's hilarious. But yeah, he still plays for Sevilla. I know he was playing for Sevilla when they won the.
I think he's goalkeeper of the year at one point.
What's the cup that isn't the Champions League?
What?
What's the cup that isn't the Champions League? The one below it. I'm losing my mind here, guys. The shit trophy. What's that shit trophy? Europa League.
You're thinking of Europa
I'm so
League.
retarded. Yeah, Europa League.
You just said the tier lower.
He was the keeper. He was the keeper when Banu won Sevilla won the Europa League. It was Banu. He basically was making phenomenal saves in that tournament as well. But yeah, this guy has always been good. He's really stepped up for this club. Amrabat. And even who was the tall Moroccan that started this game? What's his name? He plays for Sevilla as well. El Neri, right? El Nesri? And Nesri. Yeah, the striker. Ez Nesri. And Nesri. His goal was brilliant. His goal was brilliant. What a great header. He jumped so high for that. He had the height for it. And look, you could say Diogo Costa was probably to blame for that.
It was a bit of a dodgy keeping.
It was. I think Diogo Costa definitely underestimated how high he had to go for that one. I think he didn't think that Nesri could reach it.
It didn't seem
but
like he fully
no.
committed. He didn't seem like he fully committed
Yeah.
to that when
This guy too,
whatever.
and it's a shame he left injured as well. Saiz, he's been really good this tournament too. But Hakimi on the right with Ziyech has been so fucking great. And dude, this guy, what's his name? Dude, he kept fucking. He had so many good moments, and then he kept fucking. Onahi today had so many moments where he could have just gave the ball in really good positions or shot the ball, and this guy skies it or just doesn't get the transition. But then he had moments of brilliance where he gets in the right thing, and just this Moroccan team has been so exciting to watch. I'm not gonna lie, Chris. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
This game, I watched most of it. I was gonna say we didn't talk about the guy who got a yellow card, and then literally 2 minutes later he got a red card. What's his name? Walid. I forgot his name.
Walid Chedira.
Yeah.
He came in as a sub, I think.
He came in and got 2 bookings in the space of
That's crazy.
2 minutes.
Crazy.
That was a highlight. But yeah, like them as a team, I think they've been incredible to watch as well. Like as a whole, it's like similar to Croatia, but I think they play like their attack is a bit better, like creating chances and everything. I thought they was the better team, and well, I think it's even again. I think the game was kind of even till maybe near the end where Portugal was dominating. Like they was giving it all. They subbed on Ronaldo to try and get a goal.
Yeah.
Ronaldo forced the keeper to do a good save where Ronaldo had that 1v. Well, not 1v1, but he had a good chance. It's 3-on to goal, and the keeper saved it. It's a decent save. And Joe Felix like had a really good shot at that keeper as well.
He had some good moments today. Yeah,
that
for
left
sure.
foot. I'm not sure what foot Joe Felix is, but that left foot shot was a very good shot. That was probably the shot of the game, I guess. Yeah, and the keeper kept out. I think that keeper's incredible. I think the defense is incredible. I thought like when they had to like stick it in and just not concede, and not really basically let him break into the box and have a good chance. They did that really well, especially going 10 men as well. If they conceded 10 men, and they probably would have known that. If they conceded and gone to extra time, they probably think it might have been all over, like going 10 men to Portugal. So yeah, like they stuck it out from there and did the best, and yeah, congrats to them. Like I think they're the best team in the tournament. I don't expect them to get to the semi-finals. I don't
either. I didn't either, rather.
It's not. I don't think it's me not like overlooking them. It's just like there's so many like great teams out there with like, loads of quality.
Yeah.
And this team hasn't really got much quality, but they just play really well as a team. I just out of words for it. Really
phenomenal to see. And you know what? Like I'm just gonna like, come on, this guy went. Let me just emphasize this for everyone watching. This guy went from not playing at Chelsea, retiring from international football because he disagreed with the fucking manager. He didn't see eye to eye with him, right? And his career was basically over. It was early retirement for Ziyech, pretty much, right? Then the manager gets sacked. He rejoins Morocco. We get the World Cup. He starts for Morocco. He's not match fit. And as the tournament's going, he's getting more and more match fit. And he's arguably, what are you guys saying, one of the best right wingers in the whole tournament. He's been playing phenomenally. And now it's been so fucking good, right? That, and again, I'm being a hyperbolic in a sense, but his performances have been so impressive that the motherfuckers out here, the Chelsea stands that were saying, "Oh, have him out," like, you know what? I'm gonna pull out the receipts.
They're propping him.
They're propping him. They're propping him now.
They're being shameless about it.
People that were talking so much shit about Hakim Ziyech are now propping him. It's shameless. It's absolutely shameless. It's absurd. And you know what? I'm here. I'm just gonna find. I'm gonna find something here.
Imagine we had Hakimi as well, like of Chelsea, like just in our squad.
I wish.
And Ziyech together. Maybe get something going from them too. But
I'm just gonna call it like I see it. Chris, I don't know if you know about this here, but I'm gonna show you real quick. Motherfuckers that were talking shit about Ziyech. Oh, how he's leaving the club and whatever, throwing him under the bus pretty much. I just want to show you guys something.
Is it Johnny? It's Johnny. He's a shameless man.
Yeah.
He wanted Ziyech out. What happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just a mud Ronaldo or something, like, just. But
Yeah,
using
maybe.
Ziyech's picture, man.
Maybe translate the tweet.
He won't be magical.
Yeah, it still says the
minerals.
same thing.
Yeah. It won't be magical minerals like in a few, like, I don't know, like weeks or whatever when they come back to Chelsea. It won't be like Ziyech out, he's a bum, he's this, he's that.
Mm-hmm.
If we're doing team of the tournament, Ziyech if we're doing
Amrabat too.
Chelsea,
Gotta give it to Amrabat. Amrabat has been fucking class. I'm not gonna lie. Like, his defensive work in that DM position has been absolute class.
I think out of all the Chelsea players this tournament, Ziyech is definitely probably the best.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, mind you guys,
really
like, obviously, Chris, we both know, like, it is international football. It is a little different, right? But, still, you have to be able to have these performances. You have to be able to play 90 games over and over and over again. When this guy came into this not match fit because he doesn't play for Chelsea, like, that's an added.
You have some sort of rust to the game as well, like
yeah. That adds to how impressive he's been. And this is what I say. You have someone like Hakimi who does an overlapping run. You give Ziyech that with Reece James. Ziyech does these performances for Chelsea too, believe it or not.
It's not just. I think it's just not us really giving him a chance as well. Like, we barely give him run consistent form of games. Like, we don't see it. We either try playing him at wing back, even though I don't really like him too forward. Like, I like him as a right mid or something, or even a right winger, not like a inside forward or whatever. Like, I don't like him as that. Like, I like him a bit wider or a bit deeper.
But I don't disagree, Taha. But what I'm saying is, like, onto your point, Chris, is like, people pretend like this is Ziyech when he plays for Morocco. No.
Let's have it right.
This is Ziyech when he plays for Chelsea too. But a lot of people have agendas against Ziyech because they don't rate him, because he's maybe because he's just Moroccan and he's this age and he should be playing like prime Neymar at this age and carrying Chelsea. Bro, it's a team sport, first of all. And secondly, he plays like this at Chelsea too. But how do you expect him to do well when you have an Aspie on your team or when he's playing with an Alonso? Like, I've been saying this. Like, this isn't new what I'm saying. I've been saying this from the get-go. Like, Ziyech benefits from having a good wing back or a good defensive back to overlap with him. He's not a player that can do it all himself, like a Neymar, like an Mbappe. Like, and even I would even argue Mbappe can't do it by himself. It's like, it's just or Messi. It's just frustrating to see these fans like finally come out of the woodwork and be like, no worries, Chris, I got you, and start propping him up and saying all this and pretending like he hasn't been this player. He's been like this for Chelsea. It just sucks that now for Chelsea we've disrespected him so much with not playing him, and we're playing players that don't deserve to be playing over and over, like a Havertz or a Mount, and he's just rotting on the bench. It's just unfair. It sucks. And even if we decide to keep him, which could happen based on recent news, which we'll talk about tomorrow at the Casually Chelsea show. But even if we decide to keep him, it's up to Potter. If he has his eyes open, if he's actually watching the World Cup and seeing how he's playing, it's up to Potter to play him. And if Potter doesn't play him, then that's on Potter. And that's on Tuchel too. I'm not going to, not forget Tuchel. Tuchel didn't play him either. Mind you, Tuchel did play him in the first few matches of the season last season before he got injured. And mind you, Tuchel did play him in the Champions League when Ziyech got the goal to get us. No, Ziyech didn't get the goal, but Ziyech was part of the play. And I think he got the assist for the goal against Atletico Madrid on the second leg to get us through to the Champions League as well. So it's just like, this guy deserved more consistent playing time. He never got it. We don't even have right wingers to replace him, really. And here we are not playing him. It just doesn't make sense to me.
We are bringing in players like Nkunku, hopefully Leao. Like, if it's not working out Chelsea, like maybe the Premier League doesn't suit him as well, the pace of it. But if it's not working out, like, move him along. It's not fair on Ziyech to keep him on the bench. just sitting there, just doing nothing. What's the point of having him? So yeah, like
Mhm.
I think the Italian league would be perfect for him
Mhm.
as well. The Italian league would be really
Yeah,
good.
and you know what, like Velvy, I get what you're saying, but like at the same time though, today Morocco was playing defensively. They were playing counter-attacking football. So I would argue that even in that sense, like even when we're playing three at the back, there have been ample games that Ziyech has played well, and people are finally seeing it. Which is, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm happy that people are finally seeing it, which is fine. You know, like a little too late, but at least you understand that Chelsea have blood on their hands for not making this work out. You know, you can't just tell me this player is shit. And you see how he's playing in the World Cup. This guy might take his fucking, well, not just him, obviously, but he might be part of the team that wins the World Cup for his country and his continent to begin with for the first time in history. So it's crazy. One thing I do want to talk to you about, Chris, before you head out. Hopefully you have some time still. We got to talk about this. How do you feel about it?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I
Yeah.
kind of feel bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah.
I do kind of feel bad, but
He's
He's
an
been
arrogant
dead.
prick.
he's not the same Ronaldo. Like the Ronaldo of last World Cup versus this Ronaldo, the drop in performance has been shocking. Like it's been really bad. I don't know if you agree.
I think it's what he gets. He's even done it at Portugal. Like he's had a drop when he got subbed off, and there's a reason. That's the reason why apparently he's been benched, because he's had a strop. He's been too, I don't know, too entitled, or just too like, you know, ego. Like he has too much ego. Like he's seen at United, he's had too much ego over there. Think he should play
Yeah.
every game, every minute. This that. He should be the main guy.
I
No,
think
he's not.
Chris probably agrees that Messi's arrogant too, but it seems like Messi's less vocal about it.
Yeah, no, yeah, Messi, like I think, like that's why, like Messi has ego as well, but like Ronaldo's literally shooting himself in the foot. Like he's having a strop at the manager when he gets subbed off. I don't know
Yeah.
what minute, I forgot what minute he got subbed off in that game, but like that's the reason why he's been benched, because, and there's another reason probably, like the whole team has to like basically play around Ronaldo, play to his speed, to him, and I don't think he wants to play like that, and that's why Ronaldo's on the bench as well. So Ronaldo, you're not like the main guy no more.
You're not, and you know I do feel bad because at the same time, like I do want to see this guy break records and stuff, but he's washed this World Cup. He was washed. It wasn't gonna happen. But it was even his jumping and heading. His heading has dropped significantly too. He's not taking the air as much as he used to. That opportunity that Pepe had, the last one of the game, Ronaldo barely got up for that one, and he had fresh legs. So like Ronaldo's like his body's just not keeping up with him anymore.
And people say, oh, Ronaldo started that game, maybe the game be different. I strongly disagree.
I strongly disagree with that
because
too.
one, he did play the second half pretty much all of it, and two, they was attacking more in the second half, so we had, you know, better like chance creation in that game.
Like
he had
even
better opportunities.
And even like when you look at the game, right? Like, and by the way, people, 22 of you watching, thank you for being here. Make sure you're smashing that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bell notification, links in the description, super chat, all that stuff, whatever you want to do, guys. But thank you for being here. Even when Ronaldo came on, you noticed that there was almost like a huge change in dynamic of play where all of a sudden people were trying to find Ronaldo. There was a cross that Dalot had, where he tried to cross Ronaldo and completely missed it. And it was unnecessary. He could have kept playing on the wing, but because Ronaldo's calling for the ball, it's like, oh, Ronaldo, let me try to, and just throws away an opportunity. You know, like it's just Ronaldo's not that guy anymore. Look, Ramos didn't play that well either. Obviously, he was shut out of the game. He had opportunities, but he was kind of shut out of the game because of the defense. Ramos, the other striker.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice Ramos really that much.
He wasn't that noticeable, but he did have opportunities, right? And then Banu, obviously being the keeper that he is, phenomenal game. João Felix also ample opportunities that Banu saved, but Ronaldo wasn't going to make a difference. It sucks to see the downfall, because you see Ronaldo and Messi this tournament, it's night and day. It was always neck and neck in previous tournaments. This tournament, it's been night and day. Messi has been clear of Ronaldo this tournament. Just to emphasize that. And the next one, maybe, I don't know. I don't think Messi's got another one in him.
I reckon Messi's got one more. Messi's younger than him, but still.
Maybe. We'll see. It'll be
in a touchline.
It'll be like a Riquelme situation. You remember
He'd be-
Riquelme?
He'd be on the touchline, man.
That's not true. Both have been average. What are you on about, Kai? Both have
Wait,
been average. Messi and
Messi-
Ronaldo?
Messi has not been. Wait. That's not true. Both been out. No, Messi has not been average this tournament. He's just a Ronaldo lover boy. Like that. If Ronaldo's done shit, so is Messi.
Who you guys want to win, by the way? That's what I'm asking, Adam. Sorry to answer your question. I'm going to let you guys in a minute, and the guys backstage, I'll let you in a minute. But what were you saying, Chris? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's just like Messi's actually been really good this World Cup. I think like he's been definitely Argentina's best player, creating a lot of good chances where they miss. That's why they missed a lot of good chances of Messi's creation. Messi scored a few goals, obviously as well. I think Messi stepped up.
Yeah, to be fair,
it's just because Ronaldo's done shit. It's just because Ronaldo's done shit. Messi's going dragging down with him. Like he's taking Messi down with him.
Listen, I don't like Messi. I like Ronaldo more.
I
think Ronaldo's my GOAT, but I gotta admit that this tournament, Ronaldo's been invisible. But look,
Ronaldo's
I'm happy for
shit.
Morocco.
He couldn't even start, man.
I'm happy for Morocco. Chris, you're happy for Morocco. I'm happy for Ziyech. People are finally realizing that this player is actually quality, and that I wish we had a Hakimi too. But look, Chelsea, you better start scouting because Amrabat looks really good. The Croatian keeper looks really good. Like there's good players in this tournament. Obviously, it's international football. Scout carefully, but there's good players in this team. But all right, I want to move on to the next game, which is the game that just ended about an hour ago. The fall of the Queen. RIP. It's done. It's done. The England. The great nation of England has finally fallen.
Where they went to France, and they said it's coming home. If you saw the video where Sun posted all these it's coming home, trolling the whole of France nation, just to go out.
Yeah.
Did you all see that, or it's just me?
I didn't see it, but I can believe it. And yeah.
What?
Your sources are from.
Guess what? We both come home with no trophy, so.
Yeah, Hassan, I don't think you want to talk shit right now. You just lost, bro.
Listen.
You can hold it out with
your good friend Kane.
Every English fan can hold it out like me. Every English, exactly. Bale would never miss that. He's an elite winner. He's an elite Champions League winner. He would never miss that penalty. No. If you go about one penalty, that penalty didn't matter. That when it's a penalty, what matters? Like the US one, he is putting it in. He's a way better player than Harry Kane.
That penalty didn't matter.
No,
it didn't matter.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. What?
Bale got hooked at half time.
We still won, Marshall. We still won.
Hooked on, you fraud.
What?
Bale got hooked at half time when you guys needed to win.
No. It's because he's injured.
All right, cool.
He was injured. That's why. I was shocked because he didn't look right.
Stop crying, bro. If you need some tissues, I'll let you know.
Hey, I'm not crying. I'm welcoming you guys too. I'm welcoming you guys home as well. England, welcome home.
Listen, says the guy who says he's Spanish, Welsh, etc., etc.
I've never said I'm Spanish. What the fuck? I was born in Bottle Widden. Look it up.
Jesus Christ! Always got to bring the sheep into this. Jesus Christ! Leave the sheep alone.
Marshall. All the English love the shag sheep. Really, they're obsessed with the sheep. You don't hear Welsh people mention sheep. You just hear the goddamn English.
Chris. Oh man.
England is shit.
Let's talk about the game.
You need to start working for PETA, Chris. That's what you need to start working for. Anyways, the game. So let's see. It started off with France, right? France opened up the game with I'm gonna say right now. Let me think about it more. But as of right now, I'm gonna say the best goal of the tournament from Aurelien Tchouameni. What a fucking brilliant outside the box shot. And it wasn't even like right outside the box. It was pretty far outside the box with not that much of a run up. Like not that much ability to have too much power behind it. Gets it in between Jude Bellingham's legs. Side netting. Absolutely brilliant fucking shot. And the same fucking player. Oh my God, this guy. The same player. Stupid penalty. In the box against who was it? Saka, right? Saka wins the penalty. Then Kane, cold penalty, puts it in behind the net. Lloris brings it out. We move on to the game, and then Giroud misses a brilliant shot on goal. Right? It was Giroud that misses a brilliant shot on goal, and then a few seconds later, Giroud again with another opportunity puts France ahead. And Giroud has been having a fantastic tournament. I'm not gonna lie, Giroud has been having an absolute fantastic tournament. They did not miss Benzema. France did not need Benzema. They did not miss Benzema. But we move on later in the game. Another penalty awarded to England because of a shove, a stupid shove, by the way, but from Hernandez to Mason Mount, or a shoulder deck, really. But regardless, it was reckless, it was stupid, and unnecessary. Gives him a penalty. They check it in VAR. Harry Kane steps up, realizes he's in Qatar, and then misses the fucking penalty. And then we end the game 2-1, and France advance. And look, this France team, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's expected. I'm not gonna lie, I underestimated them because I didn't think that midfield had enough experience. I know, look, I'm not saying Tchouameni's bad. I don't rate Rabiot. And then
He had a good World Cup though, fair to him.
He's had a good World Cup, and I thought Griezmann was a little washed as well. But they've proven me all wrong. All of them have proven me wrong. And they have been having a fantastic World Cup. And this team looks like it could potentially win a back-to-back World Cup. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been very impressive.
If they do, they would be, I think, the first team ever to do it, no?
Now, Brazil have done it before.
I think so. But
Brazil
Brazil
won
did it
back-to-back,
like way back in the day. Let me
I don't know
actually
what
check
I don't know
that.
what 2 years it was, but they have won it back to back. I've heard.
Yeah, but I mean, Oliver, as the English supporter here, your thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, it's just testament to France at the end of the day because, like you said, they have it. They do have injuries, and you question some of the experience in that team. You have Tchouameni playing there instead of like a Pogba or a Kante. You have Griezmann playing there instead of an Nkunku. You have Giroud there instead of Benzema. But they're still just an incredible team. And at the end of the day, you know, people can say what they want. I don't like the way the English media are talking about it, saying, oh, Kane should have had a penalty earlier in the game. England were better than them. We weren't. I'm going to be honest with that. And France deserved to go through at the end of the day. You know, they were good. They were better in the decisive moments, and that's what the difference is between England and France. You know, they have a player like Tchouameni who can score an absolute worldie from outside the box. England don't have that. As a matter of fact, our captain is a Spurs player, so that's the way it ended with that penalty, and the right team went through.
Yeah, and boys, I just checked this out too. I mean, I don't know how much you want to give them credit. You should give them credit, but Brazil did it in 62 and 58 when the World Cup was only 16 teams. And Italy also did it in the 30s when it was also 16 teams. So, I mean, that is a little bit of a factor. I think it would be a bigger accomplishment to do it now when there's 32
Next World Cup
teams
is
in the
going to be
tournament,
48. Bigger
Plus,
difference.
nowadays, football is a full-time job. Back in the day, they used to do like, you know?
Yeah.
No, are you disrespecting the GOAT, Pele?
Yeah. Yeah, because he scored most of his goals in his garden and he still counts.
He scored against his like
Against his kids in
nephews.
his yard, you know?
He scored against his cousins and nephews and his
Yeah,
children.
The friendlies against the women's team, it's all like wherever he scored, it counted, you know?
There was women's teams back then. Oh my days!
Yeah.
But Kai, what are your thoughts on the game, man? What'd you think?
I
And also,
loved it, man.
I know you want to defend Ronaldo, so I want you. I'll let
loved
you
it.
do that. if you
Yeah, I
want.
think it's people being unfair, but it's like Messi hasn't been that impressive either this tournament as well. Don't forget they lost to Saudi Arabia easily.
Has he been Argentina's best player for you or not?
Argentina in general is not that good. They were lucky with both times, man. Against Netherlands, I felt Netherlands was a much better
Netherlands,
team.
he assisted and scored the goal. Like he did get both.
But But Netherlands was the better team in that game, man. They should have won.
I think afterwards they looked better.
I don't think they were. I don't think they were the best team. I mean, Argentina got ahead. They were winning 2-0, and then the last few minutes, once Weghorst came into the game, that's when it changed everything.
Yeah, but most of the goals came from counterattacks. They were just better at counterattacks. That's the Argentina way.
I don't think Argentina go win it though. But
So this World Cup so far, I mean, I'm just gonna read off stats for Messi. 4 goals, expected goals is 3.79, 2 assists, expected assists 1.21, 25 shots, 12 on target. Like chances created 16, which is first in the tournament. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I think he's having a good tournament, Kai. I think
Yeah,
he's
but
having a
also
good tournament, man.
he plays every game, man. I don't like when people are unfair, man. He plays every game for Argentina. Ronaldo barely plays for Portugal. Plus, Portugal has a much better squad than
I just think
Argentina does.
it's because Ronaldo's not as good as he used to be, man. I think he's just
Yeah,
dropped off completely.
I don't disagree. I don't think neither of them are as good as they are, man.
It could be
I
just
think-
the style of play that they both have, you know.
Yeah, and I think Argentina got like a much easier group than Portugal as well. A lot of people don't respect that as well.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah, you
that
could say
Argentina
that. Yeah.
group wasn't that good.
Poland, Mexico.
I don't
Saudi
like
Arabia.
the Messi. I don't like the Messi and Ronaldo comparisons at this particular moment. It's just it's not very fair at the moment.
Not for
I
this
mean,
tournament. It's not fair.
No,
yeah.
no,
Imagine
not for
they
this
got to
tournament.
each other in the final, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just not fair because not only I think the main thing for me is Ronaldo is 37, Messi's 35, so they're both old players, but there is a difference there. And like you say, Kai, with Messi starting all the games, Ronaldo not so much. So it's not very fair. If it was more of an even playing field, I could hear it, but not this time.
Yeah, and there is, like I said before, there's different playing styles. I think the way that Messi plays and he's always played, I think maybe you could argue that's more, and he's also younger, right? But that could be more sustainable, I guess, over the years than how Ronaldo requires like really great athleticism to do.
Yep.
Not to take
Well,
away
it
from
does.
Messi, but
I
the
do
jumps,
think-
like even the Ronaldo jumps aren't there anymore,
I do think as well, Ronaldo kind of shot himself in the foot a little bit doing the Piers Morgan interview,
Yeah,
and
that's stupid,
heaping all the pressure on himself before this World Cup. Everyone was
coming
expecting
into the World Cup, Oliver. I'm glad you brought that up because even like when you think about it, guys, like coming into the World Cup, I'm sure it's not good for your mentality when you already have like players like your Brunos and Dalot that are already like looking at you like, hey, I play for the club that you were slandering, man. Like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
come
man? Like,
on.
I don't know.
think
Like,
they
I think there's
care
a little
that
bit of
much,
a
man.
distress. I don't know. You remember seeing the clip that how Bruno, you know what Bruno is, bro. Bruno's emotional as fuck, and you know how he
It's
reacted.
not even little rat. That's what he is.
Who's a little
He
rat,
died-
man? Who?
Bruno,
Bruno, man. He's a
Bruno.
diving little rat.
Bruno. Now, for me, Bruno's a very underrated guy. Man.
He's a good player.
A lot of people hate him for.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
don't
why,
like him.
man.
I don't
honestly
like him.
know
He's
why people
diving little
dislike
rat.
him. Yeah, but he's a very good goal scorer as well.
No, he is a good player. I haven't disagreed with that, Kai. But it's just like I don't like when he
He's just
just
not
keeps
flashy
diving.
like a Bernardo Silva or like a Leao.
No,
for
no,
people.
yeah, he's more efficient, like with his goals and assists. Yes, I agree, but he's just too much of. He's a diving bastard. Like he just dives too many times, and then he bitches at the referee
Yeah,
a lot.
but that's the Mediterranean player.
That's
in
the
general,
game.
man. That's the
well,
Mediterranean.
it-
That's
That also
Spain,
is the
Italy.
game.
It's part of that how they are. Yeah, that's
No, yeah, I, you know what? If Chelsea had one of them, I would like it. But he is a diving. He just dives too much, man.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
why I don't like
No.
him. But
It does get
I'm a
frustrating.
bit
He
sad,
does
man.
complain a lot.
Because I wanted
I
Portugal
am
to win
after.
the World Cup, man.
I played up violin for you when I'm off.
I
yeah?
love that team, man. No, because I love that team. They have so many young, talented players, man, and it's real talent. Not like the crap we have at Cobham, man. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
You know they did it on purpose. They did it on purpose, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did it
the
on
cameraman.
purpose.
Show the camera on him, of course.
They did it on purpose for the clicks.
Which I thought that was a little like, leave the guy alone, okay? Like, we get it. He's upset. You know, you got
They-
enough, but you have to
they were
follow him
doing
to the
it-
locker room.
Bro,
They
he's
were
about
doing
to
it to-
he's about to play football for 200 million a year, bro. I don't think anybody can laugh at him, man. He's gonna be
They-
living life.
They were doing it to Harry Kane after the full-time whistle went on the France game, and Pickford actually told the cameraman to go away, like to respect him. And it was, that's just the way the media is. They want to get these drama moments, and people react to it. It's a bit, you can question the ethics sometimes, but that's just the way it is. Just got to deal with it sometimes. I don't know.
And you know what? I got to back to the game. Obviously, Pickford had a fucking amazing save in that game. By
Yeah,
the
he
way,
has a good game as well, man. I think
Yeah,
England,
man, he
England
was
didn't have a
class,
bad
man.
game.
England
I was
played
happy with
good,
him, yeah.
bro. Southgate
I don't think
bodied,
England
man.
played bad. I just think France is just a better team, man. I don't think.
Nah,
England was
man.
bad.
England outplayed them, though. To be fair.
He didn't outplay them, man. Look at the shots on target.
I don't know about that. I don't know about how to play them. I
France
mean,
was better,
like,
man.
I think Mbappe and Dembele were a little too much for that midfield to handle. I'm not gonna lie. Declan Rice putting a spliff. Henderson couldn't keep up. It was It was rough. It was rough, but like the fact that it was only 2-1 and they had an opportunity to make it 2-2 and go into extra time.
But all
It
the
says
goals came
something
from
like-
penalties, though. I don't understand
Yeah.
when people say England had a better game. How can they have a better game if all their goals came from
Not
penalties?
Southgate.
And they missed?
Harry Kane missed.
So repeat
Say that
that.
again. Your Wi-Fi's moving a little mad, Pyrex. So I don't know if you can fix that or come out and come back in. Maybe it'll
Wi-Fi is
help,
moving
but
like Piers
It's
Morgan, man.
I'm not gonna fix it.
maybe reset
I'll
the
go.
phone or the laptop. But yeah, you're moving. The Wi-Fi's not letting you move too well there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, England. I have to give them credit for the fact that they were able to stay in the game, but they just weren't able to finish any chances. Did they really test Lloris today much? Let me look at
They
this.
did, man. Well, no, I think they were good.
They
I
did.
think they did had a few really good shots.
Oh
on
yeah,
target,
16 shots, 8 on target. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
sorry.
think the only save that Lloris had to make was the Bellingham chance. Bellingham had a shot from like the edge of the box. He sort of volleyed it, and that was a really good save. Apart from that, I think Saka got a chance at the far post that he should have done better at. He hit it out wide. Should have done better there. I think Maguire had a header as well that he hit the bar with. He should have been doing better. He had a free header. It's just missed opportunities, and like I said earlier, it comes down to the small moments. And
Exactly, man. Saka missed the sitter as well, bro.
France have those kind of players. England don't, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, but look at the
That's
save
what I
that
just
they
said,
made
yeah.
against Giroud as well. That was a fucking good save, man.
Yeah,
That was
Jordan
blank zero
Pickford
as
was
well.
keeping you guys in that game too. To be fair, and look, as much as I talk shit about Maguire, he had a good game. He had a good game. He had a good
Class,
tournament.
man.
I will say though,
class
he
this
lost.
Euros, man.
I will say though, he lost Giroud for that goal. He lost him.
True. But
he's
prior
got
to
to
that,
go.
like
And he also missed the sitter. He also missed the
Yeah.
sitter, though,
I said
the
that as
header.
well,
yeah, he
That
missed the
chance he
header.
had
Yeah, that's true.
in the free kick.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a sitter or it's a miss?
I would say it's more. I think it was more of a miss. I don't think it was as clear cut as we make it out to be, but it was close. It was close regardless. I just don't remember where it hit.
Exactly, man.
So many games.
And like people are blaming Southgate like too much.
No.
He gets the blame for G subs and this and the other. But come on, like you guys, England outplayed France, man. And people are saying
I don't know
France
about
might do
outplayed,
something.
I don't know
Mbappe and
about
this that, and the
I-
other.
I don't know about that.
I'm going to
You
talk
had
on
the-
Southgate for a minute.
England had 8 shots on target. France had like 3.
Yeah, but how many of them were actually shot that did this? Most of them were penalties. They only got 2 penalties, and one of them was a goal, man. You can't say
many
they
of them
outplayed,
what?
man. Almost every one of Giroud's shots was a goal, man. If it wasn't for a save, you can't say outplayed. Just shooting on target for the sake of shooting, that doesn't make you, playing a better team. If that was the case, then Chelsea would be first in the league.
I think the chances that France had are better than the chances that England were providing. But Ali, you wanted to talk on Southgate?
Are you sure?
Yes, I
Lloris
I
made
did want to
6
talk-
big saves.
Well, hold on, Pyrex. Let's just let Ali talk on.
Yeah, I
Southgate.
I wanted to talk on Southgate because if you asked the average England fan what you thought Southgate would have done going into this France game, it would have been, a back five with, Walker as a centre back and maybe Trippier as a wing back. Would have been a pivot of maybe Rice and Henderson. It would have been really conservative. Southgate played on merit a lineup today, with a 4-3-3 formation, which no one would have expected against a team the caliber of France. He played the right players that deserved to play based on the merit from the previous games. And the system that we played created chances that should have been put away. And Kane had the penalty that he obviously missed. That's a clear opportunity that you have to put away as a top player. And the players let it all down today. I'd say the only thing where I'd criticise Southgate is in the dying moments when he brought on Sterling and Mount. Mount because Mount just doesn't offer anything to the team. And credit. And to be fair to him, credit for winning the penalty. He made a run that no one else did, and from there, Teo made the mistake, and it is what it is. I wouldn't have played Sterling because he's just come back to the camp from the armed robbery in London. He's probably not in a good headspace to play the game there, so I would have maybe put on a Maddison instead. Just give it something different. But besides that, I think it was down to the players today, and everyone saying Southgate out for this game
Subs made
specifically,
some
they're wrong.
difference.
yeah, that's all I say.
I would say though, like to me, it seemed very stupid to bring on Grealish as late as he brought on. If you wanted to bring on Grealish, which by the way, I do
bro.
rate
You should have
Grealish.
bought him
I
on
do think,
earlier, bro.
yeah, I do think if he brings on Grealish earlier, maybe he makes a difference on the left-hand side for you guys to create more and have an opportunity to score.
You should have
But
brought Rashford
he
on
waited-
earlier as well.
And Rashford too. Rashford, who
Wilson,
was arguably
do you
one
know
of
what
the
I
best
mean?
players in the team. You
Yeah.
know, like it's good that
As
he
well. And even
benched
Callum
Mount. I
Wilson,
think.
bro, he offers danger.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't even know because Kane too. Like the pay. That's another thing that killed you guys. You guys had no counterattack at all. No counterattack at all. With Kane back there as your striker and not
Bro,
really as
Kane
a
was
number
good
10 and
today.
no
What
one
are you on
running.
about, man?
Kane had no pace to him, bro.
I disagree. I thought Kane looked good.
I agree, man.
was-
That Kane was
He
England's
was
best player for me.
occupying the
think-
centre backs. Bro, he was occupying the centre backs and he scored.
What I'm criticizing is that there were opportunities that England had to counterattack, but because you have Kane up there who has no pace at all, it killed your counterattacks. It killed more opportunities that you had.
I do think you have to give a bit of credit to the lineup that France put out there because they do have
True.
some very fast players at the back. They've got, Koundé, they have Varane, they have Upamecano, they have Hernandez, they've got Tchouaméni at DM. These are fast players. Like as much as Kane is slow and as much as he is losing his legs, and in fairness to him, he is finding ways to get around that at club level. But as slow as he is, they do have some fast players there, and you saw it when Saka got the ball. Even Saka was struggling against Teo, and Foden was struggling against Koundé, and I just think that's the reality of it. You can't criticize too much because they do have some fast players there.
The other thing I will say too, no worries, Kai. You have a good evening, all right, man? Thanks for coming on. The other thing I will say too is that it's unfortunate that it's not unfortunate. I will say that Henderson was one of your best players today. It just stinks that you guys don't have another midfielder that can replace him. Like we can't. Like the thing is, like I know there's a lot of fans complaining that why are we playing Henderson? Why is he still in the squad? Who do you replace him with? You don't really have anyone.
Well, the clear alternative is obviously Mount, but that's not really any better or any worse. It just kind of is what it is.
And arguably, that's one of the good things that Southgate did this tournament was he finally decided to bench Mount, who hadn't been having a good tournament.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say people saying Southgate out based on this World Cup. It's wrong because he has definitely, whether it's conscious or not, he has definitely answered some of the criticisms that people have had of him in previous tournaments, and for that, you've criticised him, so now that he's amended that, you have to respect it in a certain sense. I had those criticisms, so now I'm here to say thank you and well done for addressing that.
Yeah, and look, despite like all the slander and how much I want to talk bad about England, no, they had a decent tournament. They made it this far for a reason, and if it wasn't for Kane missing that penalty, I don't know, man. You guys probably could have had a chance to knock out France and have an upset because it wasn't like you guys were the favorites going into that anyways. You had the quality, but I think the other thing addressing the Gareth Southgate out thing is that, I mean, this is the second tournament now. There's the quality in this team. England have quality, but it's the way that Southgate wants to play, the players that he chooses not to start. It took 2 games for him to start Foden over a Mount that we knew Mount wasn't having a good game. Wasn't having good games going into this tournament. Calvin Phillips, you could argue, should be playing over Declan Rice. Like, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
It's a difficult one because, yes, you're right. He did take 2 games to drop Mount and Sterling, but he did it. And he did start Foden for all of those knockout games. So, and I said it before as well. I think Southgate put out a perfect lineup today based on merit.
Yeah, that one worked, bro. It nullified France despite going 1-0 down. And the Southgate out mob, like I know Southgate's crap and I don't really support England and this, that, and the other. But what this book's telling me is that them guys that want him out, like just based on today, I know it sucks losing, but like they're being so losers. As this book says, yeah? You know what I mean?
Oh
yeah.
man. Hey,
but
Kane, the
yeah,
mind
like-
reader. By the way, I'm seeing your comments. Eat a dick. All right, you're banned. Peace out. Anyways, continue what you were saying.
But yeah, like I said, Southgate noticed those problems and he did address them. And today he played a lineup based on merit, which we've wanted for a while. You can maybe say some things about, okay, maybe he didn't pick the squad on merit. Maybe Tamori could have got in, maybe a few other players. But I think
Even
it was
Chalobah.
realistic. I mean, yeah, Chalobah as well. But I think it was realistic because Marshall, you just said about Calvin Phillips. He's not match sharp at all. You know, he's been dealing with his own injury problems. So I think Rice, with the limitations Rice does have in the DM position, I still think that was the most realistic and sensible option. And we got what we got at the end of the day. The players need to do better. It's as simple as.
Sure. I mean, I don't know what else there is to discuss on this. I mean, obviously. All right. The next game, France, Morocco.
That's real, bro. The French derby, do you know what I mean? As a France fan, I'm worried, man. Do you know what I mean? It's their derby for them, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. As much as I want Morocco to win it, I gotta be realistic too. I just think France is a little too much of a team. I think France will probably get the W.
Yeah, we'll
for the
probably
next
beat
game.
them, but we'll be even. Do you know what I mean? Like, Morocco scare me, man. You know what I mean? And you see how they defended today. My lord, that's proper defending, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jester. Guys, make sure you check out his channel.
I'll answer that for a minute. I'm talking about merit in terms of the way they've played for England, and I would have liked to have seen James Maddison. I did actually say previously that I would have had James Maddison as one of the substitutes today to come on and try and change the game, give us something different, a new creative element. But he hasn't played, and you can criticize Southgate if you want for that. I don't know because we did get the results to get through the group stage, and we did make it through round of 16 into the quarterfinals. But it's merit in terms of how the team has played and who has played for the team. I did think that Bellingham and Henderson did deserve to play in those 8 roles based on the way they play for England.
I think Reece James would have been really good for you guys in this team, but I think he hasn't been able to show it just because he hasn't had that many opportunities. He only just started getting opportunities, and he gets hurt, and he's been hurt too multiple times. But
like he's developing a habit of being injury prone.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Talking on the right back situation as well, I got to say, Kyle Walker. I don't know about this either. I thought Kyle Walker handled himself well today. I mean, he did
for an Mbappe.
He struggled a few times, but I think Mbappe was generally anonymous today. And you've got to give Walker some credit there. He's, people did think he lost a yard of pace, but he still handled himself very well. So, to come back from the last game, which he wasn't particularly great in, credit to him.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have any more to add to that. I mean, who do you think is winning, Oliver? France or Morocco?
My head says France. I can't lie. I'd love for Morocco to go all the way and win this World Cup. Obviously, my team England are out of it now, so I don't really have a hand in the fight. So I don't want Argentina to win the World Cup because there's a part of me that wants to see the Messi-Ronaldo debate never end, and I think if Argentina win it, that would definitely put that debate to a conclusion with Messi being the greatest of all time. Just it would be a nice underdog story to see Morocco go all the way, and it would be cool to see a Chelsea player, Hakim Ziyech, hold the World Cup trophy. That would be fantastic as well.
Yeah, Ziyech, man.
But yeah, I think
that would be the first African nation to win the World Cup. He's that.
Yeah, that would
be making history too. Yeah,
it would be fantastic for Morocco. It would be fantastic for the continent. I think going with my head, I think Africa, France. Man. Yeah, but going with my head, France just have that quality. Like I said, they have a player like Tchouaméni who can just pick up the ball in that space and whack it into the bottom corner. They have players like Giroud.
Because his fans are unbearable, man. They are more unbearable than the Moroccan fans here in Grove, man. Do you know what I mean? The Moroccan fans here in Grove, they're moving mad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
they deserve
we'll have
it,
to
though.
see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
we
deserve
will
it.
see
though.
what
I was
happens.
celebrating with them.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I was too.
Yeah.
I was too. They've been so impressive. I don't think anyone predicting them. I don't care what people fucking come on here and say like, "Oh, what do you mean? Like Morocco have a good team?" Shut the fuck up. None of you guys predicted that they were gonna fucking come out of the fucking group stages.
No,
okay?
I didn't.
Exactly,
personally.
man.
Shit, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, okay? You ain't fucking lying to me in my face, all right, in my stream, okay? No, you didn't expect them to make out of the group stages. Very few of you did, and even then, you didn't expect them to leave, get out of the knockout stages. They've made it so fucking far, and it's incredible, and they deserve the fucking win they had today. Big up to them. Let me see what you guys said in the poll. 40 of you guys voted. I asked you who are your favorites to win the World Cup, and the winner is France. Second place, Argentina. Morocco in third, and Croatia with only 8% of the votes. Sheesh.
People are underestimating Croatia, man. They
Yeah,
need to,
yeah.
Chelsea need to sign that keeper, man. He can save penalties,
Mm-hmm.
man. Should Chelsea sign that Croatian keeper, Livenkovic, whoever he is?
True, Velvi.
I
Yeah.
mean-
Levenkovic, or yeah. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
sorry. There's so many Viches.
I'm gonna go off stats here, and this may be flawed of me to do this, but I did check the stats of the I checked the stats of the Croatia game, and they didn't have a shot on target until very, very late in that game. So
Yeah.
you know, they probably need to improve in the attacking department and creative.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch it, so I can't say, but maybe they do need a bit more up front.
Sorry,
And maybe
Adam.
if they had that, then they'd be more convincing.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time I'll reword my questions better. But sorry. Yeah. I meant like who do you think is gonna win?
Marshall boy, I was asking you, would you sign that keeper from Croatia, Livenkovic? Is he good enough for Chelsea?
I want to do more research on how he plays for his club, right? Because I don't know what club he's even from, to be honest with you. Like I've only ever heard of him today, this tournament. But let's see, actually, what club is he playing in? He plays from Dinamo Zagreb. Oh shit, that means we played against them.
Oh,
Yeah, he bodied
Fuck.
you.
Yep.
Did he body us? I don't even know, man.
And the
But-
He
team,
got
so
a clean
made-
sheet against us. It was
Alright,
it,
listen,
yeah, it was
man.
it was the first UCL
So-
game. It was Tuchel's final game.
He's only he's only 27 years old. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think he definitely had a little bit of a. He's impressed me more than Diogo Costa. I'll say that. But I'm not gonna let World Cup hype try to,
He's been good in the Champions League, though.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. I can't disagree with that. But he's definitely shown how talented he is and his ability to get penalties. It's actually like I can't just say it's luck at this point. I mean, you did it against Japan and now you did it against Brazil. Like, the man can stop a penalty. It's pretty impressive.
If I can
So,
talk on
we'll see,
penalties
man.
for a minute, because
Go for it.
For
There's-
Chelsea, you think he will be like?
I don't know.
I'd
have to do more research, but I don't know. I can't say, but he has impressed me. I'll say that much. What were you gonna say, Oliver?
yeah, I just want to mention something on penalties because I've been hearing a lot of people say some. I think it's pretty rubbish. You know, people saying things about the ball. The ball is the reason that so many penalties are being missed. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of that. I mean,
Exactly,
personally,
man. That's nonsense, bro.
That
It-
seems like
I-
nonsense.
I think
Feet
it's
need to put
nonsense.
it in the net, man. Easy, man. Easy enough.
I think it's nonsense because what did that stop Kane from scoring his first penalty? And
yeah,
you know, did it stop everyone else from scoring their penalty? I don't
Croatia
think so.
scored all their penalties.
Yep, exactly.
Just like, yeah, it seems like a nonsense excuse. Whatever, but
Yeah, I don't
boys.
rate it at all. At all.
I think that's a dumb argument. But all right, boys. Thank you so much, everyone who came on today. We'll be back tomorrow for the Casually Chelsea show to talk about Chelsea news that happened this week. It's been a little bit of a slow week, so we'll see what happens. We'll probably have more call-ins as well for you guys. So tune in if you want to participate as well. But we got Arsene Wenger down below. Shout out to you for coming on the stream, Ali, and then obviously Kai. Real Chris for showing up today. And then, yeah, guys, make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you're smashing the like buttons, hit the bell notifications so you don't miss any of our stream. Make sure you're subscribing if you're new. Guys, let's try to get to 1,500 subscribers before the end of the year.
Yeah,
Please,
man.
let's go
Sub to
ahead.
this channel, man.
Let's go ahead and
Great
push
channel,
it.
man.
Let's do it. And
Let's go, let's
yeah, guys,
get it.
appreciate it, everyone. Enjoy the games. We'll talk after the semifinals. We'll also be reacting to our World Cup predictions, and hopefully you guys will be enjoying that. That's gonna be funny. I'm gonna be holding it, and Chris is gonna be holding it, and everyone who said Brazil is gonna win it, they can all hold it.
I think everyone will be holding it. You know,
everyone is gonna be holding it.
It's been a World Cup of upsets.
They're gonna get the
It
coin.
has.
They're gonna get mudded.
It is. Everyone's going to get mudded. Let's have it right. Anyways, guys, you have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming on, and I'll catch you in the next Casually FC. Peace.
See ya.